Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you have done these questions, and now let's start with the how did the Britishers smoothen their revenue collection with the help of three mechanisms. That was the three policies that they started, and or you can say the system. First, it was the permanent settlement system, which was introduced by Lord Cornwallis in 1793. Clear? Should we start? Yes. Okay, to ensure a regular income, the company decided to fix the land revenue of Bengal and Bihar on a permanent basis. Now, as the first line says, to ensure a regular income, now we can say till the time they haven't brought these policies, there were no streamline and there was no, a proper collection of revenue that was being collected by the Britishers. There was nothing like that. To streamline all the revenue collection, because land revenue collection was the basic and the biggest income that the company could have. Clear? Okay. Now, this scheme was introduced in 1793 by Lord Cornwallis and came to be known as the permanent settlement system. Now we'll be talking about its main features and most important thing. He used this, Lord Cornwallis introduced or fixed the land revenue of only two states, Bengal and Bihar. Clear? And now come on, tell me, what is the capital of Bengal and also of Bihar? Okay, write it down and we'll be discussing it in the next class. Okay, first main feature. The revenue to be collected from an area was fixed permanently with no scope of revision later. Now what they did, they have particularly fixed a particular amount. For example, say 5,000. They have fixed it, the amount is 5,000 and they are not going to revise it later. Which means they will not waste their time in revising it later, and it is fixed means fixed. Clear? Okay. The local zamindar was asked to collect the revenue from the peasants. Now there was a local zamindar who used to go and ask for the revenue. He used to collect the revenue from the peasants. Clear? So there was a local zamindar who used to do this. Every year he had to pay the fixed amount by a certain date. Now the date was also fixed. That, for example, say 15th of the month. Okay. So every 15th he used to go and collect the 5,000 rupees and then give it to the company. English East India Company, right? East India Company. He could keep the surplus amount, but if he could not pay the stipulated time, he would lose his zamindari rights. But if he was not able to collect the entire amount on the 15th of the month, then he will lose his zamindari rights. Clear? Okay. Now the system of fixing the revenue in advance was extremely advantageous to the company. Yes, it was advantageous to the company. How? Because they knew that every 15th of the month they will be getting 15,000 rupees from at least 3 of the lands. Clear? So this is how they were tackling things. If it ensured them a fixed and a regular income. The peasants, however, suffered terribly under the system. They had to pay a very high revenue and could be evicted if they failed to do so. Now, yes, who was the sufferer at this moment? It was the Indian peasants. Why? Because as soon as they were not able to pay the amount, they were being evicted. And before the advent of the Britishers, if you remember, they were not being evicted. They were not thrown away. Why? Because, no, this answer you have to tell me. Why were they not evicted before and why were they evicted after the advent of the Britishers? Okay, so till now I have asked two questions to you. Okay, next. So while production declined, the revenue demands of the zamindar went up. To pay the revenue, the peasant was often forced to borrow money from the money lender. Once in debt, the peasant found it difficult to get out. Now what was happening was the peasants were not able to pay the fixed amount. Okay, and if what they used to do, they used to go to the money lender, borrow the money and then give it. So who was on the debt? It was the peasants. So who was the sufferer? It was the Indian peasants. Clear? Okay. Now coming to Meherwadi system. Now remember, permanent settlement system was for Bengal and Bihar in 1793 by Lord Cornwallis. Now coming to Meherwadi system. The Meherwadi system was introduced in present day western Uttar Pradesh and parts of Madhya Pradesh and Punjab. So there were three states. It was western part of UP, parts of Madhya Pradesh and Punjab. In these areas, land was commonly owned by a group of villages. Now see, earlier in the permanent settlement system, there was a definite land. But in the Meherwadi system, there was a group of villages, okay, who were known as Mehels. The task of collecting the revenue and paying it to the company was given to the headman of each Mehel. Now, who was the headman of each Mehel? The same way we have a monitor of the class, the same way they used to have a headman of all the group of the villages. Clear? Also, the revenue demand was not fixed permanently, but it could be revised periodically. Periodically means in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, in a different span of time. Okay, now Raiyatwadi system. Rayatwadi system was devised by Thomas Munro. It was introduced in parts of Madras and Bombay presidencies. Under this, the company made a revenue settlement directly with the Rayat or the peasant. Now, there was no middleman, there was no headman, there was no local zamindar. The company was directly dealing with the peasant or the Rayat. The farmer was recognized as the owner of the land as long as he paid the land revenue. Until the time he was paying the land revenue, he was known as the owner of the land. Clear? Now see my children, we have discussed all the three agrarian policies that was introduced by the Britishers, but the only few people who were suffering was the Indian farmers. They were the one who was suffering because of all these aggressive policies. Why aggressive? Because on the basis of economy, if I say on the basis of wealth, it was the Indian farmers who were under this, and they were getting into debt and debt. Clear? Now see what was the biggest impact. See, food production was not the only thing that the farmers had. They used to have some social customs also. They used to celebrate festivals also, marriages also. But they were not getting, they did not have enough money to celebrate all that. And they used to borrow money from the money lenders, because of which they were continuously coming into debts. Clear? Okay. Now we'll be talking about cultivation of cash crops and about indigo, a case study, in my next session. Until then, I have given you two questions, and I'll be adding two more questions. First question is, what is the difference between Meherwadi system and Rayatwadi system? At least two differences you have to write about it, and then at least in 3 points you have to explain the impact the Britishers had because of these agrarian policies. Clear? So, okay, till then, bye-bye. Thank you.